Hey y'all, it's Karen Day, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from A Little Kinder, and I am putting together today a kind of last minute, oh my goodness, I need another gift, or oh my goodness, I have a teenager that I need to put together a quick gift for. And we're going to be making a money holder wallet. And so in another video, we created this beautiful background paper. And today, we're going to turn it into a money holder. And we're going to use the banner year images. I love this stamp set. This one is also a carryover, but it says Christmas wishes, be merry from all of us. And then there's a to from. So I'm really excited, and we're going to dive into this one a little bit. All right, so we're going to start with a piece of cardstock that's 7.5 by 7 inches. So we're going to use the trimmer. I'm going to go ahead and swing the arm out because I need to come out here to 7.5 inches. And I'm going to go 7 inches because I need it to be 7 inches wide. And then the other way, we're going to go 7.5 inches to make our holder. All right, 7.5. Now, we need to do some scoring. And so I have the 7.5 inch piece up top, and I need to score at 5 1/4 and 2 1/4. So I'm going to come down to 5 1/4. And I'm going to score, and then I'm going to slide to 2 1/4. There we go. And score. And then I'm going to put my trimmer away because that's all I needed it for. All right. Now, the fun part about this money holder is it gets a belly band. And I love belly bands. And so, well, before I put it away, I need to trim my belly band. So this is a 1.5 inch strip, and I need to cut it to 6.5 inches. So we're gonna cut that real quick before we put the trimmer up, and then we're gonna put the trimmer up. Alrighty. Now here's what is super, super fun about this. It is so easy to create, and it only takes just the least little bit. We're gonna do it that way. All right, so I'm gonna grab tear and tape. And we're gonna put tear and tape on either side so that our little wallet stays closed. Tear off a little piece of tear and tape. And I'm gonna run it from my score line to the end. Excuse me. This hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold Arkansas weather gets me every single fall. And it's really great in the living in the life of a pandemic, because every time you cough or sneeze, people truly look at you like you have the plague. And I promise you, I do not have the plague. I do not have the corona. I have what I call Arkansas bipolar winter, because it can't seem to decide if it wants to be hot or cold. All right, before I stick this together, I'm going to grab my 3-in-1 punch. So it has a hole punch right there. It has a decorative corner, and then it rounds the corner. Now this is where I put my adhesive, and I'm going to go the opposite end, and I'm going to slide in my corner, and we're going to punch and not with that hand, and then we're going to slide this corner in, and we're going to punch with this hand, and then we're going to put away the triple punch. All right. Let's stick this little guy down. So this is just Whisper White cardstock that I stamped with what I'm calling the baby wipe technique. Oh, there it goes. And that's in another video on my YouTube channel, so you can find that. All right, there we go. Now let's wrap the belly band. So you can either do it this way. I kind of like it this way because it has that little bit of blue in it. So I'm going to, and this truly is just a free form wrap. So one thing that I do like to do to make sure I get my edges straight is I run it over to one of the edges. I wrap it. Now, why do I want to do it this way instead of scoring it and then coming back and putting it around it? Well, I want it to fit my actual project. And as much as I want to pre-score it, I really want it to kind of have a little bit of depth to it because it's got to wrap around this folder. Okay. All right, so we're going to slide our little folder back in. Go ahead and pull off that. Slide this up. There we go. Make my belly band come down around. Alrighty. So there's our belly band. And on these, I do kind of like them off to the right-hand side rather than being in the very middle. Yours can be wherever you want it to be. So here's this. And I am going to grab a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. And we're going to punch out a piece of this seafoam spray. Slide that punch back up out of our way. And then what I want to do is I want to take one of these and cut it out. So I think I'm going to go with this one because he's kind of on the edge, but he's not so close. Now, I will say there is a die that would make this so much easier, but with my wrist hurting, and I'm out of my splint for this video, and then I will ice it and I will put it back in my splint because it will be hurting. It actually hurts more to run the die cut. I have the Boss and the Baby Boss sitting over here next to me, and neither one of them wants to work well with whatever's wrong with my wrist. So heard it at work, trying to do everything possible to get it rehabbed and back to normal. And so one of the activities that the physical therapist has me doing is working with putty. And so I talked to him about cutting, and he said so long as I wasn't cutting with this left hand, which I cannot do, I'm not able to do that, but I told him, I took a piece of paper and showed him kind of what my hand does, that it drives back and forth, and he said so long as it doesn't hurt, do that. And then really listen to your body. Try not to put any pressure through it, which is real easy when I have the brace on. When I pop the brace off, it makes it a little more difficult. All right, so here we are, halfway done. So we're just going to finish cutting out this cute, adorable little snowflake that I made with the wet wipe technique. Which is kind of funny to say. And we're going to get him all cut out. And I'm just kind of going around loosely. One of the things that I've found since my kids are older is the things that they want for Christmas are either like way expensive technology that there's no way on God's green earth mom is ever going to pay for that. For example, Jackson wants a computer, a CPU, so an actual computer that he can game on and be on the internet and stream. And when we started looking at the parts and pieces, I mean, oh my holy heck, I was like, no, sir. So we were talking with family, and one of the things that we discussed was as they've gotten older, it's not as fun as having a bunch of wrapped things that they unwrap, but that if we all give money or gift cards to the same store where they can purchase, so for example, if we did all Best Buy gift cards, then Jackson could take all of the gift cards and pool them together and maybe use some of his own money because he's working too, but he would be pretty close to being able to purchase what he wants. Now, Anna Claire, being much older, it's actually funnier because she's now into the nesting phase of life. So no, we're not expecting a baby, but it's my first apartment and I'm excited and I want all the pretty things and all of the things from IKEA. And yeah, mom's not buying those for you either. you can have the hand-me-downs. Look at how pretty that is. Or you can go to work. And so she does have a job. She works very hard for Walmart. And we're going to pull together some things so that she can go to either IKEA or Target or all of these different places that she loves to purchase from. So, looking at the sentiments that are on here. This is a banner year. It's probably one of my current favorite stamp sets because of all of the things that are in there. I mean, way back in the day when I first started buying rubber stamps from any company, not just Stampin' Up, they weren't combined like this. You didn't have some images and some greetings. You had image sets and you had greeting sets. And so kind of the idea was you would find a greeting set that you really liked the words to. And then you would find an image set that you really liked the words to, and you'd put the two together, and then you would have a million bajillion cards that you could make. And the nice part about that was that you would then take your word set from image set to image set to image set. So maybe I only purchased one image set, one word set, but I had lots of images from different sets that worked with it. I think I just said that in the most roundabout way. Anyway. So when I find a set like this that has so many great, quick, easy messages or greetings, I really like it and I'm drawn to them. I loved this Happy Fall, y'all, all fall long. It was great for me. I mean, it was one of those that I really loved. I love that this has a to from. It is stacked. So I thought about on this using the to and from, but because of how it's stacked, I decided not to. However, you have, and maybe it's easier if I show you here. So here's Be Merry, and you've got the word Merry. So if I stamped that, and then I stamped Christmas Wishes, I could cut out Merry and Christmas, and it would be Merry Christmas instead of Be Merry and Christmas Wishes, which is what I actually think we're going to do. So let me find both of those. Pull this protective backing off and get it out of my way. We're going to use our adorable little G block. And he's kind of my favorite for these little words. Whoops. So here's a tip. I'm using the lines on my grid mat to get that straight so that it's now straight on here. I think for this, I am going to use Seaside Spray as my Merry, and then I'm going to use Night of Navy as my Christmas. And I may come back and stamp it the other way just to see if I like it. So there's Be Merry. And remember, we're just going to cut that word out. Go ahead and close this. Let me clean off Be Merry. Maybe. Well, literally, I have the tiniest workspace, and every single time I craft, I lose my chamois, I lose my Stampin' Pierce mat. One of these days, the kiddos are going to have their own homes and their own families, and they won't be coming home as much, and I will get to graduate to my own personal crafting space. But until then, I'm still in the corner of the bedroom. All right, we're going to put Christmas Wishes on there. And now we're going to stamp that. Oops. I love, though, when you look down through these, if you missed inking something, how you can get that inked. Okay, I kind of like that. All right, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to just grab my scissors again, do some quick cutting, and then we're going to have a cute Merry Christmas. Oh, throw it on the floor. That works too. All right, so I'm going to trim here. Trim down here, because I want it just a little bit closer. Leave that one for a minute. Where'd Christmas go? Go this way, and this way, and this way, and there we go. Ooh. All right, let's start gluing some things down. What do you say? All right, we are going to pop up this snowflake, get him some dimension. Here he goes. We're going to kind of put him up here in the corner. All right. Now I'm going to get off of my actual project. And I'm going to use green glue. Love my green glue. Y'all, I've always had kind of a love-hate relationship with green glue. And more I'm finding it's my go-to glue, which is so odd for me. All right, we're going to put Christmas right down here. I'm going to slide it just slightly so it goes underneath there. And then I want Mary. I really do kind of feel like, though, kind of want to do this. Uh-oh, puppy. What do you want, sugar? So the puppy just came in. Not puppy. She's considerably elderly. Lucy came in, and she's kind of whining like she wants something, but it's raining out right now, and she doesn't need to go out. So, well, she may want to go out, but she doesn't need to. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, I like the look of that better. Now this one, though, I want to go over that point, I think. No, I don't. I'm just going to do it just like that. Alright, so let's put some green glue down here at the end of this. That twisting didn't feel great. Slide that right there on top. Oh, now look, so cute. And look, that was 2 different sentiments. But, you know, with all of the amazing things that we're doing where we're mixing fonts, the script and the print looks really, really good together. Look at that. All right. And now to adhere him to my belly band, I'm going to slide my belly band off. Oh, so cute. Thinking this one may need to go to Anna Claire with her money inside it. I think she might be more appreciative of the snowflakes. So I don't know about where you guys are, but we kind of laugh down here and say that Mother Nature can't ever figure out the fall, winter, summer seasons here in Arkansas, because we'll have hotter than Hades summer, which is right about the time that back to school happens. And then we might get just a quick whiff of fall, and then we're back to summer again. And then we're in tornado season, and then we might get a cold snap. It's crazy. I mean, if you're not liking the weather where you are, hang out for 5 minutes, it's likely to change. So, yeah, we've seen warm enough weather that it was in the 60s and the 70s, mid 70s, and now we've kind of rotated back to highs in the 40s, and so it gives everybody snotty noses and makes us all want to lose our minds. But there we are. All right, let's take a look at our finished project. So here we are. What do you guys think? Super, super cute. So there we go. That's kind of an idea for a last minute gift, or a teenager gift, because, you know, they seem to like cash better than they do presents anyway. So there we go. And there's some cute gift card holders on the blog as well, but I really like this cash wallet, money wallet that we made. So here it is. I hope you guys are having a great day and that you are staying nice and toasty warm wherever you are. If you would, please like and click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new videos. Leave me a comment if you try this project. I will put the details into the blog description. But again, we started with a 7.5 by 7 inch piece of paper. We scored it at 2 1/4 and 5 1/4. That easy. Yes, that easy. We added a belly band that was 1.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches long. Wrapped it around. And it was that easy. All right, y'all, I hope you get out there and you create a bunch of fun gift wallets. These would be great for New Year's. I'm thinking Chinese New Year's. They do a lot of the red envelopes, and I don't quite know the symbolism behind it, but I know that it's That's part of the tradition. We see that a lot here where we are in our Chinese population, especially in the restaurants and things when they're celebrating New Year. So I'm really excited. I hope to make some more of these in red as we get closer to Chinese New Year's. These would be great at Valentine's Day or at birthday. So it really is kind of an all-purpose, not just at Christmas or Hanukkah. So till next time, friends, make the world a little bit kinder, one card at a time.